Thank you very much. Dear liberal friends, dear Galina and Sergei, of course it's an honor and privilege for me to be here. I'm one of the 8 vice presidents of the ALDE party, and almost everything has been said by Sir Graham Watson here. I'm more or less his sidekick. But anyway, I'm honored to be here. And I do think it's extremely important that those topics that we raise today. I'm a liberal, and I'm from Sweden, a small country up in the north of Europe. Geographically, perhaps not that small, but in many senses a small country. Comparing to other countries in Europe, one ought to have one reflection coming from where I'm coming from. In August this year, we have been living in my country in 200 years in peace. 200 years in peace. That reflects that there are different experiences of history on our continent, and therefore I think one should be very humble where one comes from in this perspective. I was serving as an MEP, member of the European Parliament, for about almost 15 years. At least I started in 1999. There I was taught that Europe is a continent where you can see issues from different views. And I was also taught that Russia is a very important player in this context. And I do think, and that was expressed by Graham here, that core liberal values are threatened and questioned in these days. That's, of course, why this seminar is so important. Open borders is also questioned. Globalization has raised a lot of questions, issues. The recent elections to the European Parliament in May this year shows that we have some severe problems. And that does not only go for one country, it is all over the continent. And you cannot see one result of this or one answer. It's different in every country. This, you could say, conservative values or conservatives' ideas, that they are being reflected. I would say more it's populistic ideas. They are trying to give easy answers on very complex and difficult questions. I can understand some of the fear. I come from a small village. Everything has changed during the last 15, 20 years. I can understand when my friends are telling me, what are you doing? You politicians, you cannot sort it out. You have no answers to why I'm losing my job, and you cannot create a new one for me. What's in it for me? As one of the assistants to Mr. Clinton said. For me, the essential question, and I think this has to be put during this day and during this seminar. Is stability and economic wealth more valuable than freedom of speech, tolerance of minorities, and a sound democracy? It's a question put all over the world, not only here in Russia, all over the world. And now, currently, it's put in Hong Kong. We'll see what this means. Our liberal answer, or perhaps I should say my liberal answer is, of course, no. A sound, sustainable society can never be sustainable without the core liberal values. And I would say that history shows this. You can make it on a short term, And the short term might be 20, 30, 40 years. The recent European history shows this. Sooner or later, there was a collapse of communism. And no one actually believed that. That's why they are celebrating in Leipzig on Thursday, I think. Remembering the demonstrations and also the feeling that we can conquer the leadership in that time in East Berlin. And I hope it's not inappropriate, but I like to quote President Abraham Lincoln. You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. And I think we are there now, and we have to reflect over these fundamental issues and values. I'm not saying that our liberal views is the only answer, but what I'm saying is that our liberal values has to be a part of the solution, as Sir Graham was saying. And I will conclude by saying I'm very grateful that I'm here. And Olga has invited me several times, and now I'm here. And I'm grateful and honored. And I will hope for the best for this seminar, or could we perhaps call it a round table? And I hope we can be as outspoken as we wish. All the best. Thank you very much.